The University of Georgia's College of Agricultural and Environmental Sciences presented its last of 5 2011 Georgia Ag Forecast luncheons recently right here at the Georgia Farm Bureau headquarters in Macon. Now, this year's focus was on local food production and local sales. It was a chance for farmers and agribusiness leaders to look into the future to help make those ever important planning decisions.
Well, we bring our best minds together at the University of Georgia, College of Agriculture, and they sit down and they analyze the last year or this year, and then they try to predict where agricultural commodity prices, also input prices, will be going for the next year and even into the far future.
Over 30 people and 1,000 hours of total academic time goes into the preparation of this type forecast.
Well, it takes a tremendous amount of time because we will develop a forecast for each of the major agricultural commodities in the state. We'll also have forecasts for things like agritourism and buy local campaigns and a few other issues that maybe are less than traditional.
The seminar brought a number of speakers together to share their insight and suggestions. A food and nutrition senior program specialist with USDA discussed USDA's Food and Nutrition Service Farm to School program. And Russell Johnson, well, he gave his perspective on locally grown.
I plan on covering my transition from being a commodity farmer into being a more of a retail farmer, working with the public, what was involved in that, the hurdles, the learning curve, and just how much of a shock it was, the difference.
It was a move he doesn't regret. He just wishes that he'd started sooner in life. Dr. Beverly Sparks was also there giving everyone an extension update, saying the restructuring plan that is now in place will be given the highest priority. She admitted there may be additional budget cuts, and I asked her what would happen then.
What I suspect will happen is that we'll see a few of the counties that are in a tier 3 move down to a tier 2, so more counties will get fewer services. But we're still going to try to focus our resources on those high priority counties and continue to deliver high quality programs there.
Even Georgia U.S. Senator Johnny Isakson was on hand and shared his thoughts on the EPA and immigration, two subjects we'll cover in detail in next week's show. Then came the summary itself.
2010 will go down as a good year for crops. High prices, some of them historical levels across the board for most of the crops. And 2011 may be even better because we're starting out with higher prices going into the 2011 crop year than we were last year.
Dr. Shirley admits there is one mitigating factor in the crop outlook, and that is input costs.
Fuel is up, fertilizer is up, so those, and also land rent. Land rent is really escalating, and so those things on the negative side with regard to profitability. But I still think the crop enterprises will be have a profitable year in 2011. On the livestock side, prices are also higher than they were a year or two ago. But the main factor there is feed cost. What's good for the farmer, the grain farmer, in terms of high prices, results in high feed costs for the livestock producer. So livestock prices are up, cattle prices are up, milk will be up a little bit, broiler prices are up.
Overall, most everything in the report looks very promising, which comes as good news for most everyone that attended, many of whom depend on what is in that forecast.
It's critically important. Making the right decisions about what to plant for this coming year can make or break a farmer.